All right. Welcome in Daily Bread, episode 30, July 22nd. It's a Thursday, so we're almost there at the end of the week. Almost time for that weekend cash, which is what we love to do. But Thursday slate, we got MLB and MLS on deck for tonight. If you're betting anything else, let us know. Olympics is just starting up, but we're not working into that segment yet. How are you doing today?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. It's been an interesting week. Yesterday was meh. Yesterday was a day of bad beats. Okay, I'm not blaming anything. Few of my picks did not come through, and I kind of had to hit them with the sit up in the chair, emoji, where it's like, okay, time to start playing for real. Yesterday was not my day. Yesterday nor Monday were my days. It's been a rough week for me, and I have no problem admitting that. I wouldn't say rough. It's just been how the game goes.
Treading water. It's the easiest way to play. You're treading water. You're not losing big units. You're not winning big units. It's just you're pushing money around.
And I'm all and like I said, I'm always confident in what I say and what I give out. So and that's never going to change. I use the same analysis all the time, and I think that the beginning of baseball since All-Star breaks, it's been a little bit janky, but my system bets have gone through, and we're gonna just stay at it. Big time Olympics coming. I'm looking to have my boy Mark on here, hopefully in the next 48 hours. He did a crypto talk with Durrell a couple of days ago that I fucking missed. I'm kind of salty about that, but definitely tap in with him. Pondamount Sparks on Twitter. Olympic expert, track and field. He knows everything, especially men's and women's. Also looking to get Spin Doctor back on here sometime in the next 48 hours. He's got some stuff that he's been cooking up for the people that I want to make sure that you guys see. I'm trying to think if I forget anything. Also, Andrew Sports, check out his Olympic picks. He's been capping the Olympics like it's his job, because I guess it is. Because this is what he does right now, right? So, but no, shout out to him and check out. He has been maniacal when it comes to capping the Olympics. Makes my job easier. I was going to look at a couple. The motherfucker had it for every sport. This dude said this dude was talking about Taekwondo. I was like, how do you even cap that?
Winners are to be found. We can always refer to you to a guy if you need it. Right. But yeah, MLS had some crazy results last night. It's midweek soccer. It's here what you are to expect. But with the smaller slate, with the Rangers and Tigers have already that game's almost already finished up at this point. We got all the night games to talk about with you. So let's get it off. You said you got 4. Where are we starting today?
I got 4, man. You know who I'm rolling with today. I'm going run line Dodgers. Rubber game of the series. 1 walk-off. I think we got to split the series. Can't really let them win the series. Going to skate off that. We're gonna salvage a split tonight. We're going to win on the run line. And that's my first pick. So if y'all could choose to fade, y'all can roll with me. Dodgers run line plus 116. Walker Buehler on the mound. Desclafani has been less than amazing. I mean, his record looks good because his team's good, but he hasn't been so dominant. So that's my number 1 play for the day. And I also may look at the team total, but I'm gonna stay away because that's just not the play for me.
Yeah, and the one thing that Desclafani relies off of is strikeouts. So as long as the Dodgers are putting the ball in play today, I think they'll be fine. Because you can just, when you go back and look at his numbers, when he has the low strikeouts, his hits tend to go up. I mean, that's just common baseball knowledge right there. But that'll be one thing to monitor for you while watching that bet. And then plus, once you get into the pen, you'll be good.
I'm doubling up in that too. In that same game, I'm going to go first 5 run line as well for the Dodgers. I like both. First 5 run lines at minus 124. Great odds. I like both. It's the spot, man. Mookie Betts was the last second scratch last night. The lineup that the Dodgers put out there last night was what the fuck? And Urias did great. He pitched well. Just couldn't get those bats going the way we would we would have liked. Trust the Dodgers to lock it in. Yes, sir.
Yep, as usual, live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So
Yeah,
get us in our comments. Let us know where you're backing. If you got a question on a game, an angle, thought on a player, give us your analysis on any of those. I'll try. Let me try to guess one of the games you're on for this part.
Let's see.
I know you're going to be fading Blake Snell in some sort of way.
Yes, of course I am going to fade Blake Snell. That is definitely my intent.
Was that one of the four, or was that not one of the four?
It is, but it comes with a disclaimer. The problem with we don't know who's pitching it for the Marlins. So it's all dependent on who they put out there, because if it's someone that I don't have any knowledge of, I can't tell y'all, yo, go bet this, because I don't know who the fuck is pitching. But Blake Snell on the road should be a fade, like automatically, just based on his performance against any team not named the Los Angeles Dodgers. He has been abysmal, atrocious, whatever adjective you'd like to use to basically just say he stunk it the fuck up.
So you could just survive in the team total then. I guess it's the one way that you don't have to rely on who the Marlins have on the mound.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Marlins. Well, see, that's the thing. I wanted to go like a first five run line. Do you have a first five run line number on the and you see how perfectly that worked out last night?
Yeah, the Cubbies.
With the Cubs. It's
not a strike, but a cash.
First five run line was the play, and we thought that up live on the show. That was like we had analyzed the game, and that was the pick after looking at all of the things we had presented to us. That worked out great, man, because they ended up,
all the brain juices flowing in person. My one book has the odds off the board still, since Thompson isn't starting. Let me just check the other one.
See, that's the problem. All the odds are off. So maybe I'll give
this one has the book. This one has it up. I got one.
All right.
First five, of course. Marlins plus 120 on the money line. I can't find the plus 0.5 because it's DraftKings and
right. If it's plus 0.5, that's a fade Snell play. Right. Or that's possible too. Marlins first five team total over. I'm guessing that would probably be over 2.5 or over 3.5. Maybe over 2.5. I would like that as well, because Snell on the road just been, like I said, he's been horrible. Marcus, what's up, bro? My boy Paul Harding, Mr. Pop and Lock himself. Pops in and gets off,
Yes, sir. Yeah, Marcus was cashing with us yesterday. He was in our DMs and comments. That is nice. All we're on so far is Dodgers minus 1.5. We were trying to figure out which way we're going on the Marlins due to the pitching changes. So we have two angles. Sosa will let you know which one we do. What's your third game of the day before I start asking my questions?
My third game of the day is the Oakland A's. I like the Oakland A's on the first five money lines. I think it's 140. It says minus 158 here, but I'll also like the official play is going to be the Oakland A's first five run line at minus half a run, minus 106 against the Seattle Mariners tonight at 10:10. I like that. Birthday before.
Yeah, flexing is the only thing is flexing pitches well at home. That's about the only way.
Not worried about that for me. Manaya's on the hill. Give me the Oakland A's after not performing to their standards over the last week. Against a bad team in the division. They dominate in the division against bad teams. I'm okay with it being flexing, to be totally honest.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up Flexen's last results. He's pitched Jesus Christ, he's pitched against the Angels twice recently, so it skews the numbers a little bit there.
I can't even fucking find the game on this website. What the fuck? So, Manaya, I trust him. They said first five. Give me the A's tonight.
Yeah, that was one game that I feel like flexing pitches every 3 days because every time we're coming on here, it seems like we're usually fading them.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my third play, and the fourth play is going to be the Chicago Cubs Cardinals. No, I'm kidding. Everybody and their mother has picked no runs first inning in that game, and I wish you all the best of luck. The dude, apparently the guy Kim hasn't given up a single run
in his last 3 starts. Yeah,
this is one of those where Oakland's going to start a run tonight. They're going to win.
Doesn't matter if Oakland fucking wins the game. They just won the first 5 innings.
First 5, that's it. Fuck flexing. That's the last 3 row starts, and he has the ERA of 5.3.
Yeah, Kim's been on a pretty damn hot streak. I think it's 0 runs in his last 3, and the one before that he only had 1. I mean, is it about to finally bust, though? You see when the pitchers get on these hot streaks, there's just the one game where they blow up. They go 2.2 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs. Is today the day? All you guys who have Nerfies, you sure hope not.
Oh, man. I hope not, right? My final play for the day is going to be in the Los Angeles Angels Twins game. And I like the Los Angeles Angels team total over, I think it's 3.5. What number do you have on 3.5?
3.5 is MLB team totals.
Because on one book I have 4, one book I have 3.5. I just want to get the odds.
Mine are both 4.5.
Okay, so mine is 4, and that's on FanDuel. At 4, over 4 is -120 against Kenta Maeda. Give me them to score 4 plus runs against Kenta.
Yeah, 4.5 is +110 on mine.
Yeah, so over 4 flat FanDuel right now. Twins, Angels team total over 4 runs -120. And those are my 4 baseball plays for the day. My man, tell me
you didn't hit on the 2 of the games that I wanted to touch on.
Let's go. Let's get on there. Let's hear it.
Fade the Braves. Home dogs.
Who's pitching? I'm a Morton on the hill. Morton's pitching for the Braves. I think it could be a fade the Braves spot for sure. I
mean, Matt Moore isn't anything that I'm super confident in, though.
He pitched great the last time he was out. They're like, I remember fading him last time, and he had like 10 fucking strikeouts his last start.
Yeah, and then that's what's put his ERA to make it back looking a little bit respectable. I believe
that shit. I was just watching the game like, what the fuck, man? This dude's like, he went in the time chamber and it was pitching like it was 2015 again. Oh, man. Okay, I'm trying to.
That's what I was thinking. That's sitting around +120. I don't know. Just without the Acuna thing. Maybe it's a nerfy here as well, just because the Phillies bats early in the lineup usually don't get going. Morton ain't no slouch. He pitches decent on the road. So those were my 2 questions, and what I want to get action on is, do I go money line or no run first inning?
I'm looking at this. And Morton, how many times he faced Philly this year? Once? Twice?
I'll tell you in a second.
1, 2. He's faced him 3 times. 1, 2. And twice he's lost.
He's pitched well. 0-1 in 3 innings. Yeah, Matt Moore is the issue with the nerfy, but if we get out the top, we should be good.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I would go money line if I'm gonna go anything. I wouldn't. The +110 is a good play. The no runs first inning I would stay away from personally. With either of those guys, like Morton could give up a hammer shot. You know, I'm a chill on the nerfy. The Phillies at +110 is good value, especially playing in their home ballpark against an Atlanta team that, come on, they were only able to get off against Yu Darvish, who I think they had like 5 guys in the lineup who had like a career batting average over 300 against him, and they still only scored 2 runs. So Atlanta's in no position for me to believe in them offensively in any capacity, especially with what up King Picks, especially with no Acuna. It's
a travel day for them as well. Phillies, it's not really a travel day. They're just coming back from New York City, so it's a bus ride.
Right. And Moore is a reliever, but they've used it depends. It's like he's like a wait and see kind of guy. So if he gets to like the second inning, he gets into a rhythm, and his stuff can look good. You know who Matt Moore is very similar to another guy who was in Tampa for a long time. He's very much like Scott Kazmir. Remember him?
Yes.
Scott Kazmir, lefty. They're the same guy. Like he had really dominant stuff, and then like they can have those nights where their shit is just electric, and then they could go back to they could end up coming out tonight and getting rocked. You know what I mean? So it's more of just a wait and see. He has been in more of a reliever role this year, but again, it's just a matter of when. L lost. The L lost. The EL lost.
Extra inning loss.
I'm looking. It's kind of inconsistent, but yeah. Bus ride again. And also Atlanta's lineup's not as good on the road. It's kind of it to me, like I said, the value's in taking the home dog in this particular ball game.
All right, that was the big one. I just didn't see anything in Tampa versus Cleveland either. It just seems like Tampa's at too short of a number, but just don't feel like backing Patino or.
No, I would not do that either. I wouldn't do that with your money.
So. All right, any other baseball questions real quick? We basically ran through every game except for Yankees, Red Sox. Feels like they're playing each other every other day at this point. Montgomery versus Huck.
Andrew says Indians money line is the play. Cubs. Okay, Cubs is an interesting. Okay.
Quantrill versus. I mean, both guys have a 5 ERA. Patino's gotten shelled on his 2 starts on the road.
And Tampa. What's crazy is like Tampa started off the season like great on the road. You know what I mean? They start out great on the road. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've blindly bet a lot of stuff from Andrew because he's made me a lot of money. So that might be one that I might just roll with. I also roll with anything Spin Doctor gives out. Whatever Spin Doctor gives out, I bet it.
This was the one thing I wanted to see. I think this is a nice it's a toss-up matchup. Go with the dog. It seems like a good spot for Water to find its level. The Indians are 1-7 when they're listed between 120 and plus 175 as home dogs so far this season. So the books so far in the first 8 games throughout the year have gotten it right when putting the Indians at that type of price. If that means anything to you. But we all know gambler's fallacy. What's happened in the past doesn't mean shit in the future. But some people love their trends.
This is facts. See anything else? We're going to go on to MLS.
Yeah, let's get into MLS. Short slate tonight. Did the Tigers complete the sweep?
In the Texas game? I believe the game just went final. Yeah, I believe they won.
Man. Tigers are 500.
The Tigers are – I didn't know this until it was brought to my attention. The Tigers are the 5th most profitable team in all of baseball. Pretty crazy.
Bro, they were just for 4 straight games, they were between minus 105 to minus – today was their biggest price. It opened at 120 and moved to minus 140 at home against Texas. That's why they're the most one of the 5th most profitable teams. They just get a decent value. Remember, early on they weren't doing great, but they picked it up.
Well, remember I was saying about this yesterday, bro. Listen. You think
love to hear that, Lee.
You think the Houston Astros wanted to give up A.J. Hinch? Fuck no. He's one of the best managers in all of baseball, and he's not old. Like he's not like super old where he's like out of his prime or like where you have to worry about him not being able to relate to players. he developed a bunch of #1 picks and players that were good already in Houston, right? Hinch is a hell of a manager, bro. Like it's amazing what a manager can do when you have when you have a team that's willing to just shut the fuck up and listen to what you're telling them to do. You see it with Boston. Boston was trash last year. It was a short season, so you can't really take too much stock because, again, it's a super short season. It's not even 1/3 of what we would get in a regular year, or half of what we would get in a regular year. So, yeah, I think the Hinch pickup was huge for them. Absolutely huge. I mean, if you told them that he would be the manager with this young core and the players that they have right now, they have a shot to be really good in a couple of years. I mean, Chicago is going to be really good as well for the next couple of years based on what they have in the right. They haven't played particularly good teams either, so a soft schedule
take care of your business.
Soft schedule helps. But I think they were like, weren't they? I believe they were dogs in the first game of the series, and then they were like at almost minus 150 on the money line today.
Yeah, and it opened at 120. Four straight games, 4 between even and minus 120. It was wild. The books got technically all of them right, but
right, and
didn't have to pay any juice.
But they definitely have a good young core. I love that kid Badu. He's gonna be something crazy. And yeah, so like I look forward to what they have to do, especially, and like I said, they have a leader. They have a guy that knows baseball, that knows the game, and that can help them really help these young kids progress correctly.
All right.
Game win streak. Sheesh. Yes, sir.
MLS. Talk about both games we got tonight. Will be the easiest way to wrap up our show here. You were on the Cardinals' first 5 run line, correct? Or no, you weren't. Everyone's on that game. We're staying away from it. It's juiced for wave dearth. It's just way too much juiced out public. I think this is the first stream ever where the Union have had a game day that I haven't put on a jersey. I didn't realize that too late. Didn't want to change midstream here. Got them at plus 257 dogs. Orlando City plus 105 at home here. Total of a very juiced under 3. I would feel great, but Orlando has the entire advantage in goal. They have Galese back. The Union will be starting Freezer Bednick, and that's their biggest issue. Montero wasn't in the lineup for the last game. Hopefully he was just getting rest. But when the Union don't have Montero as their center attacking mid, it doesn't help out Santos and Prisbleco that much up top, where both of their goals in their last match came off very great counterattacks, which Orlando City has the stout defense. You got your second and your third team in the East. So you got 2 of the top dogs going at it here. The Revs are your #1 side there. They just thumped Inter Miami. They should just fold at this point. Phil Neville just needs to get fired. Beckham just has to do that at that point. I mean, Pogba and Ocho Cinco showed up to the game last night and just got romped. They got lost 5-0 at home. What do you think they fucking said to Matuidi after the game? Like, Matuidi was starting. They had a great top 4, but everything else behind that's just trash. And Okosenko and Pogba saw a 5-0 romping.
That's what they get. They got that ass cracked.
But yeah, back to this one here that we got with the Union and Orlando City. The draw seems like the easy option here. Goals could be flowing, but if goals are flowing here, it's not going to be in the Union's favor. That's the one biggest thing I can say. I don't like Union to get cracked 2 in this game, so I'm not advising to bet against my squad with the team total under. But if you had to force my hand in this game, that's the way I would go, is the Union under 1.5 team total goals. But I'm not betting that because I'm not fading my side here.
Fair enough.
Now we got Seattle versus Austin FC. Seattle might be dressing their minor league team tonight other than Rui Diaz and 2 other players. I think they have 11 guys slated to be out in this game, and Austin's still yet to win at home. And you got the top team in the MLS. This is what's wild, where in other leagues you don't see this. Maybe if they're missing so many players you would. But you have the team with the most points in the league as plus 271 underdogs. Yep, right there, Andrew. Nailed it. But yeah, with Seattle being plus 271 underdogs, that just makes you look a little too hard at it. And I don't know. In this one, it seems like an under. I think Austin might finally. Yeah, I wouldn't touch the Union money line either. But with Austin, man, I think they finally get a home win tonight. I just don't know if I want to put money behind it just because they've had 3 chances at home so far to get the win. And with Seattle missing 11 guys. In their last match, they were only missing 7. They're missing Arianga due to yellow cards accumulations, and he's one of their best defenders. Traveling just isn't great for midweek. Sure, it's only Seattle to Austin, but that's still a decent amount. This is one where I'm waiting to see if Rui Diaz is in the lineup. I'm assuming he's going to play a striker for up top for Seattle, but if Rui Diaz is out, I will 100% have an Austin FC moneyline ticket tonight if he doesn't play. But for the 2 games, I'm just going to stay off them. I think the line pretty sharp on. Just nothing forcing my hand here. The under would be the other thing, but you're paying a juice 2.5 at minus 125, and that's nothing I want to hold in MLS.
Hey.
Yeah, but it's just they don't have their roster. This roster can lose consecutive games just because they have 11 guys out.
11.
Rodon is not back yet. Any last words, Sosa, before we wrap up for tomorrow?
Yes. We are going live tonight sometime between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern, discussing NFL. Yes, the NFL. We're exactly 51 days from the first NFL Sunday of the year. We also are, I believe, 38 days away from college football being back. So y'all need to tap in with us. We're going to have football on lock. NFL season is going to be fucking amazing. Ravens Super Bowl chance 2021. Ravens runners up. They're going to lose to the Niners in the Super Bowl. Redemption. Stop playing with me. Deshaun Watson to the Birds. Hey, man, Deshaun Watson is one of my favorite players, and if he does go to the Birds, that would fucking stink. But I will be at some of the games, right? Fair enough? Fair enough. So you got this. I do, Dan. DM me on Twitter. I got 9 spots left in 3 fantasy leagues. If you don't got money, don't hit me. 24 hours.
I already sent you my spot, so Dan, hopefully he's in my league, so I can't wait to talk shit. Pay
attention to that right there. Pay attention to that. If you're betting the Olympics, get those in, get those in, get those in. Again, thank you guys. We appreciate every one of y'all for tuning in, popping up on us, giving us questions, giving us picks, analysis, your opinion, all that good stuff. Come back tomorrow. We'll do it again. Friday, the weekend. Let's look forward to that. Best of luck to everybody tonight. Let's make some money.
Yes, sir. Hit that like on YouTube. We're just about there to give out another $100. So best of luck for that. Deuces.